In this video, we'll talk about the new text-based editing feature in the Adobe Premiere Pro 2024 version. I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, it used to take me a very long time doing the rough cuts. From the main clip, cutting out the sections or the parts where there's nothing happening and there's complete silence. You had to go through the entire timeline and you had to make those cuts and trim out those particular sections, and it used to take us a very long time. I have a good news for you. If you haven't tried it yet, or if you didn't know about this, Adobe Premiere Pro 2024 now has text-based editing feature. What it means is, it's just like you are working on a Google document, you have the text written down. As you're editing the text or cutting out the text, it is editing your video automatically with it. We're going to explore that feature right now. I have Adobe Premiere Pro opened up on my screen, and you guys can see that there is a project loaded. Now I have a rough video here. There's nothing. This video is unedited. It's a very simple raw video. I'm going to take this to my timeline, and you'll be very familiar with this up until now. But what I'm about to show you here, let me just go ahead and mute this for the time being. Okay, what I'm about to show you now is going to amaze you if you haven't seen this feature before. Let's click on this video, and I will go ahead and click window. And there's a text option right here, which is currently checked. If it's not checked for you, you will click on text. And here, under workspaces, we'll go to text-based editing. So let's go to text-based editing. Now, because we have text selected here, it opens up this particular window separately here. My audio is currently muted, so I've unmuted the audio. You see that there's an option to transcribe this particular clip that I've selected. If you have more than one clips here, you can select all of them, or you can select multiple clips and then transcribe them. For me, I only have one clip here on my timeline, so I'm going to transcribe this. So as soon as I click transcribe, as you guys can see, within just a few seconds, it is going to transcribe my video and it's going to display all the text here. So let's just wait for it to transcribe and then we'll continue. Okay, only within a few seconds, you guys can see it has transcribed that entire video. Whatever I've spoken in this video, it has already been transcribed, and it has highlighted some of these sections in yellow, as you guys can see. And I'll cover what this is in a moment. So first of all, we'll click on this filter button and go to search settings. So under transcript view, you guys can see that I've selected 0.80 seconds. What this means is that any gap between two words, if it's more than 0.8 seconds, it's going to select that and mark it as yellow, as it has done with all of these words here. If I reduce this, let's say we'll keep it 0.75. This is the default one, so you would see it like this. Let's say if I click save, and by the way, I'm using the beta version of Premiere Pro, so I get a few more options like filler words, etc. here. In the normal 2024 Adobe Premiere Pro, you wouldn't get the filler words option. As of now, you would get the pauses option though. So I would click pauses. It highlights all the pauses in the video. If I click filler words, it's going to select all the filler words in the video. And I can also do other things, like for example, I can search for a particular word. If I, let's say, remove this filter and I'll go to text, I can search for a word. So let's say if I say started, so wherever I've spoken started, you see I've spoken started twice in this video. So I can either select to delete this text, or I can decide to keep it, or I can make changes. So you have all of those options as well. Makes the editing part very, very easy. Let's go back to the filter view and select pauses. So you can see that there are 18 pauses above 0.75 seconds, the settings that we changed recently. I can choose to delete all of them. So I would have to click delete, and then there are two options, extract or lift. If you select extract, it's going to delete the portions, and it is going to then bring your timeline back, which means that there's not going to be any gap in the timeline. It's going to be a lot easier. If you select the lift option, it's not going to fill that gap. It's going to leave that gap and remove the word from that portion. So I'll select extract and let's delete all. Let's see what happens. I've clicked delete all, and within a split second, you guys can see on the timeline here, you guys can see these cuts are already there. So my rough cut is almost already done, and you guys can see I've just started editing the video. So within a split second, I have completed the most cumbersome and the difficult work that I felt during my editing. when I was editing my videos previously. So this is a game changer. Let's see if we can make any changes further after the editing. So you guys can see it detected the text. I'm speaking something, so it thought that, you know, it should not be excluding this portion. So I can either edit it from here or I can edit from here as well. So let's go through the text. So I have started here. So I am going to select this text and I would just click backspace on my keyboard. As soon as I do that, it has deleted that first portion, as you guys can see here. I would click on the text and play it from here.
Let's enter the world of Mr. Beast.
So you guys can see now the initial empty portion is already gone, and I can go through this text now and I can make changes if I want to. If I have any repeating words, anything, I would just go through this script and I'll keep making it. For example, if I want to exclude this particular portion, I would select this portion and then I would press backspace, and as soon as I do that, that portion is gone. Once you're done editing your clips and you've done your rough cut, you also have the captions option. So I can create captions from the transcript that we have here. So from this transcript, it's going to create captions and place them on the video, or I have the graphics option as well. So this is about the new text-based editing feature in the Adobe Premiere Pro 2024. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments section. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.